Our lovely Mischief, the Gunpla Empress. Today we're doing something a little less um Gunpla. Yeah. So obviously I got this lovely box of Lorcana in. I don't know. I just kind of got bored and I was like, I want to open some packs. And I was thinking about all the games that kind of exist. And unfortunately, it just came down to honestly, that is way too loud. There we go. All right. So I saw options. Like obviously there's things like, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. And I just don't really feel enticed to open any of those right now. Or I guess there's technically Digimon. I would love to do Digimon. But honestly, with Digimon, there's just not a community. Not that there's a community for Larcana, but I don't know. We're testing the product out. We wanted to see what it's about, even though this is like what the third set. I like this idea here with this. It kind of ensures a product seal, but it's a bit obnoxious. It did come in a Saran wrap, by the way, but we already took that off, kinda, because things can be obnoxious, right? Is that too high? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately we were supposed to be doing D&D tonight, but I guess my players decided that they were uninterested. They had other plans going on, and they kinda, even though we'd made plans for today, they decided to just say no. And that's what it is. So we haven't really done D&D in a hot minute, and so for the time being, I will probably be canceling D&D from the channel for the foreseeable future until I find a group that fits more of what we need to do. I'm guessing there's only the 3 arts on these packs, which consists of our lovely Jafar, Mini that looks like an explorer, and then Piglet. Meh, but hey, it is what it is. What do we got? Okay. But yeah, other than that, we're just kind of today's just a thing. We do have a couple things going on. I've ordered some paints to play around with for our Gundam streams. Unfortunately, I have no exact plans yet to start doing painting streams. I would love to, but it requires equipment I just do not have. Is what it is. Maybe in the future I will get a separate camera that I can sit there and do the recording and then just post it on YouTube. But my laptop, unfortunately, that I have, which is kind of a gift, just does not have the power to withstand opening Twitch Studio. It literally opened Twitch Studio and is just like, mate, I'm about to shut down. And I'm like, cool. So we're going to shut you off and then throw you in the corner where you belong. That's an old thing. It's mostly, and I don't even understand how I was able to do a lot of the things I did with it. Like, it was used when I worked for a mortgage company, which is kind of funny that it worked there using, what is that? Using technology that should require more processing to basically access another computer, but like it couldn't handle a simple Twitch Studio. So, but that's what it is. We'll get a camera at some point, and we'll start doing painting streams stuff. Maybe not streams necessarily. We'll figure that out. Just I want to have people have access to the kind of behind the scenes of where we're going with some of our painting projects. We have Diablo. I don't actually know this character, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, let's just assume that it probably belongs to Maleficent, considering Maleficent's the only one I know that had a raven. Pluto. Okay. Kita. Kakamora. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Sir Hiss. I forgot about the reflectiveness. Yeah, we're just kind of testing waters on opening packs. This was just a random box I picked up. I was like, why not, right? Why not? Then we'll discuss things. So yeah. D&D's canceled henceforth. Oh, this is Lorcana, Barry. Come on. Read the pack. Read the pack. Queen of Hearts. Wildcat. Which I assume is actually also from Jungle Book. Not gonna lie, I don't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. It Calls Me. So Moana stuff. Bernard. Again, this is a random buy pack kind of thing. Thunder Junction comes out, what, in like a week? I haven't decided if I want to buy anything for that one. Just because, let's be honest, Magic's not been hitting it price value wise. Not necessarily that Lorcana's perfect either. I don't know yet. But at least I wanted to try this. So Hades. And it looks like we got a foil. Well, I'm not sure the rarity on this. But we got a foil of the Pyros. I do not know rarities realistically of the system, but I'm sure we could look that up at some point. But yeah. And that's fair. That's fair. I would love to... Locations? Okay. I would like to get back into Commander, honestly. Like, it would be fun to do a setup for a stream on that one. With the right people, of course. Some people I know, I don't think I could trust them to handle a game of Magic over stream, considering the... I know you volunteer, and I appreciate that. So that might happen. We gotta figure the logistics on how to work it. Because I'm not, like, fully positive on the whole stream sharing situation thing. But I know someone I can ask who can probably go over it with me. Just because, honestly, like, the other people who wanted to do that and gave me the idea originally, their ability to comprehend rules is a little bit on the not gonna happen side. Rufus. Baboon? That's a Treasure Planet card. Okay. Peter Pan. We got DeVille Manor as a location. Apparently, locations were new to this set. As it kind of denotes here. I don't actually really know what that does. Locations are glimmers that are played and go on the table in front of you, just like characters and items. Only special location rules are explained here. Some locations give you a benefit, some give you lore, and some do both. And of course, other cards have abilities that involve this new card type. So I mean, if I look at the way this location looks, it looks like it's just a regular old monster creature. I don't know. I'm not fully positive on how this game works. I wanted to get into it at one point, but then you know how it works. New games get hyped to a point that their supply is non-existent and their price point is get screwed. You're not getting in this game. One Piece, to name another one that went really bad and still bad. I'm not paying $200 a box on that one. Bestow a Gift. Joshua Sweet. I've Got a Dream. Oh, that's Rapunzel. I knew that. But yeah, Thunder Junction, there's a lot of commanders I want to try out, not gonna lie, but logistics of streaming it, and I mean, as you can see here, I have to figure out what the fuck's going on. Like, no matter how hard I set this camera up, for some reason I'm always off. And yeah, I could probably set my mat up just the right way. Who was the last one I was looking at? Get this box off my table. Street. I'm not downloading Arena again. That's my problem there. Plus, to be honest, I want some of my older cards. I like some of the older stuff. I'm not gonna just necessarily play Thunder Junction cards and a couple other things. I want to play cards that you can't get in Arena because they're inaccessible. I am an older card. Thank you. Thunder Junction. If I can spell. This is not the spoiler page I use. Go away. We use the correct one. But then we have our Mr. Shmee. Kit Cloudkeeper. I'm not quite sure what he's from personally. So that's life. Commanders. There was a commander that I was looking at. Let's go to the bottom. I think it was at the bottom of the list. Too far. I mean, yeah, there is loot. Loot's a fun one. A very adorable little thing that just kind of exiles your own deck. Who else is there? Here we go. Now I'm in the right spot. Sort of. We got Rafiki, Tinkerbell, and our foil is Magica Dispel. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about this game. There he is. Laughing Jasper Flint. Creatures you control you don't own are mercenaries in addition to their other card types. One a black and a red. A lizard rogue. 4/3. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library, where X is the number of outlaws you control. I will find those who do not understand outlaw. A excerpt on that. But until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those cards, and mana of any type you can spend to cast those spells. I know there's an excerpt here on one of these cards that tells you outlaw. But it's something like... Fuck. I hate this game sometimes. Here we go. So it's assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks. I got it. Don't worry. It's just I had to scroll up a little bit and find a card. That's what I don't like. They don't tell you on all of the cards, and considering it's all in the same set, you would think you want that reminder text on every single card. Crimes was the other one. I was just like, how do I get a crime? And every card I found said crime, but it didn't specify what a crime was and how to activate it. And it's literally just play the game. Why did I put that on top of that? Yeah. Riku of the Many Paths is another cool one I want to try out. But anyways, so we got Magic Carpet. Louis, one of the lovely nephews of Donald Duck. Minnie Mouse, the Funky Spelunker. Moana, the Undeterred Voyager. Cubby, the Mighty Lost Boy. But honestly, like there's a lot of like fun commanders that like if I pulled it in a single box, I could play around with it. Like there's just so many opportunities in this set. Like I'm glad that they are bringing a lot of legendaries in the game. I'm still kind of sad that we're losing the Planeswalker sport. Like this set was fine because it had 2. But I'm surprised they decided to no balls bring back Oko of all things. Like I'm scared that they brought Oko back. But honestly, Jace Reawakened is probably the card that will get banned. It is a 2-drop obviously for 3 loyalty. Blue. His restriction is he can't be cast during your first, second, or third turns of the game. Oh well. Not going to cry over spilled milk on that one. His +1 is draw and discard, so looting. His other +1 is exile a non-land card with mana value 3 or less from hand, and if you do, it becomes plotted. Plot is another mechanic from this game that basically just you can cast it. I don't remember the ruling on that, but I think it pretty much is already paid for kind of thing. And basically, yeah. And then for 6, nagging, you have to, until the end of turn, whenever you cast a spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Let me find the ruling again on plotted. I love this again, this whole rule of putting things on cards and then not telling you what it does. Here we go. Plot. You pay your mana up front and exile this card from the hand, and then you cast it as a sorcery on a later turn without paying its mana cost. Plots can only be used as sorcery, so it's kind of a pay now, use it later kind of trickery. So getting that for free, actually getting that for a +1 is pretty crazy on Jace. But anyways, so we got Kita. We got the 99 puppies. Starkey. A different copy, the base copy for Magicka Dispel, which as we can see is right here. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about Thunder Junction here by the time it drops. I've made a bit of a few excessive purchases already this month that I just started. We got some paints coming for our new model kit. Yeah, no, I get that. The problem is yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. Having to carry around a document telling you exactly what every ability does, because let's be fair, you bring this to a new game, and maybe a player doesn't know. Like I didn't know half these mechanics, and I'm like, because there's like been like 5 crime cards, and I'm just like, what is a crime? How do I do it? You tell me if I commit a crime, I get this, but what is the crime, right? And that's a fair point. Like half the time they don't put reminder text on things. We got Robin Hood, the Daydreamer, Friend Like Me, Milo Thatch foil. Unfortunately, it is I think that's uncommon rarity. No. That is a common rip. Common foil. We don't like those. Moving damage. Interesting. I don't know. See this. This is what Magic needs to do. Look at all these like reminder cards that are being printed. I know what locations do. Now, granted, it's only printed in this set, but that's life. Moving damage, a new rule. That's it. But hey, look, I got reminder cards. So I know exactly what these new mechanics do out of pack. Now, granted, it would be better to not have to do that, but hey, is what it is, right? Especially the new ruling, I can understand putting it in a pack. I have recently kind of got back into Master Duel as well a little bit, and honest opinion, it's toxic, very toxic. Like, I think I entered at the wrong time. Snake Eyes, Volcanics, what's the new thing? Rescue is just as toxic. Chimera can be. I mean, obviously, it's basically just become a game of I play my hand off of 1 card. 40 card deck, I think more like 5 card deck. That's basically what it's become. And it's really just sad. McDuck Manor. Rizol. Jim Hawkins. That would be a nice card to have in foil. Jet Same. Magic Carpet. Mr. Snoops. Slightly. Matanui. Nala. And Simba in the same pack. Now that's pretty cool in theory. We got Alice, the Tea Alchemist. And our foil is Webby Vanderquack. So definitely, I don't think I want to touch Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I would like to. Like, sure, I'll play Master Duel on rare occasion. I'll come in when they do their little free events, get some extra gems here and there. Um, as much as I would like to build volcanics, just seeing Samurai, I forgot the full name. Team Samurai basically showcased it, and no, just no. It just doesn't entertain me. I liked the old volcanics when it was just pew 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 pew. Now it's just you're dead. Um, what else is there? I mean, Snake Eyes is annoying in general because it's just one Snake Eye, negate your everything. Yago, Maid Marian, Gizmo Suit. I'm not sure where this would technically come from. Magic. Magic is something I can do, but I don't want to put a whole lot into it. Again, that's what Commander's for. Metal foes when I played the game. Yeah, I think I remember something about toxic metal foes as well. Because there was a toxic version of it at one point, wasn't there? Um, right now, the deck I have main built and finished is my Predaplants. Um, I only play Well, one, I don't only play Predaplants because it is supposed to defeat most of the meta decks. I play it because I do actually like Predaplants as a whole. Like I played Predaplants when they were bad. Um, but I did try and build with this for this streamer the stream dual master dual account. I did try to build Black Rose. Unfortunately, Black Rose just has mechanics that don't work together properly, as far as I can tell, to be good enough. It's a fun deck, and it gets to its winning piece, the Rudy Rose, pretty well, but the Rudy Rose Dragon specifically. Sorry, I forgot there is a card named Rudy Rose. But Rudy Rose Dragon, pretty easily. But it's just like, if I can make Rudy Rose Dragon, why don't I just make freaking the Lazy 8 Baron? Fair enough. Yeah, when Metal Foes first came out, I did play pure Metal Foes myself. Not in tournaments, because, like, I don't do tournaments. They're just gross behavior. But my favorite IRL deck I ever built was technically early age Phantom Knights as well as early age Raid Raptors. I think my Raid Raptors I built before we got Strix, so it was a little bit harder. But I love that deck. It's just like, herder, look at me, I'm gonna be at one life point and kill you. Kit Cloud Kicker. I'm not sure. Bernstein Bears or something like that. I don't know as much Disney as apparently I thought I did. Last ditch effort. Starlight Vial, if we can actually put that in the right spot. Thank you. Yeah, well, that's why you just don't pull the cards. Not gonna lie. Unless it's like, the chase card from the pack, you just purchase everything in hand. TCG Player and all these other sites exist. I hate to say it, but that's how it is. It's funny too, because, like, when the early ages for Phantom Knight's Break Sword, not Break Sword, probably Break Sword. It's been a while. Okay, the names evade me, but yeah. So when that first Phantom Knight's Grade 3 came out, I pulled one. It was like $40, right? And I just started my TCG Player account, and I basically bid ward it down to like $20. I was a monster then. Just so that way, because unfortunately TCG Player has its requirements for being a seller, you have to level up. And I was like, I don't want to sell just 10 cards at a time. Come on, guys. So I cheated and basically said, fine, I'm going to sell cards kind of low to get started. Or just do everything to force sales. I do miss that card. That eventually got reprinted common, which kind of is what it is. Pride Lands. And then we got a Tiana's Palace foil. Uncommon, though. Kind of subpar. We don't like our uncommon foils. We want... I don't even know what the chase cards are from this set. Not gonna lie. I just said, hey, I want to buy a box. I want to open in a box. See how it does on streaming. And this was the one I grabbed because it was like the first thing I could think of without doing, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, doing Pokemon. Don't even get me started on Pokemon or Magic. Magic technically was the set I was gonna do. I was gonna do an Outlaws of Thunder Junction box. I just haven't because it's not out yet. And then Pokemon, like, why? Because the return isn't there. You get like a fourth of what you pay generally, unless you get lucky. It's probably the worst box pulls. Like, they're cool cards, but no. A One Piece, I would love to do One Piece, but $200 plus a box, I'm not interested. I'm sorry. Sumerian Talisman. Genie cramped in a lamp. Captain Hook's rapier. These are how old? I think they were released last year. By Ravensburger. The name is right here. They're pretty recent things. This is only set 3? Question mark. Let me double check that because this might be set 2 actually. I know there's 3 sets. I just don't remember which is which. TCG player. Crack this open. Inklands. Okay, this is set 3. So first set was called the first chapter. Real lazy, right? Then we had Rise of the Floodborn, and now this is Into the Inkland. This is the first time I've opened this product. So I'm just a bit like, what do I do? I've never opened this product before. I could do Vanguard, but again, Vanguard, the problem there is it's a dead game. Let's be very fair. It did not survive its 3rd attempt. Little John, and our foil is Eeyore. I'm sure people like Eeyore, right? I am not a big fan of Winnie the Pooh though. Unfortunately, I will be that blunt. So it's a very weird one. I do like Disney, but yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, card games. So Vanguard is kind of a meh. Digimon is an option. I considered it really hard. Right now, looking at the sets, there's not really anything that kind of compels me to buying products. I mean, yeah, I could go back and find the box where our lovely Beal Starmon drops, but that's about it. Because actually, looking at it, the Beal Star deck is very interesting. It's basically a 7-drop kind of deck. Don't ask. I don't know how it's supposed to work, but it does work. But unfortunately, I think right now it's not. Yeah, that's fair. Digimon price points are not accessible. Vanguard is accessible, but I don't know. I actually need to get caught back up on the... I'm probably like 2 or 3 episodes behind on Divines. But looking at what's his face's deck, the Reaper, I was kind of it's a Dark States, but it's not my Dark States on it. Well, no, it's not my Dark States. Yeah, Commander is always an option. I mean, it's really easy. literally build one deck, walk away for a bit kind of thing. I do have some cards. I still have my doubling season. Still have my parallel lives. I do still have my Rhystic Study. And even though it's now kind of a meh card, I do have land tax. Gotta love the pulls that they put inside of Throne of Eldraine's second set. Magic Room, Robin's Bow. Why isn't it my bow? Treasure Guardian. Kida. I do not remember that being a thing, but cool. And then we got a Cubby as a foil. I know a lot of people would like me to get back into Commander, though. Some of which it won't matter. I'm sorry, but I would not play them on stream. We'll see, we'll see. I did get my lovely partner into Gundam. We just finished season 1 of Stream Yugi's. That's true, we could. That's very easy to stream that. That is very fair, because it literally just requires me to stream my screen. But I did get my partner into Gundam. We just finished season 1. Well, I call it season 1, but it's literally just the season for Gundam Build Fighters. We started today Tri-Fighters. We're going to finish all of the build series. We have already determined what Gundam that they would like to build first when they get here. So May is going to be a bit quiet of a month for our stream, just so everyone is aware. I do have like 9 days off, I think, with them. Kida. We are going to build a Sigrun. Let me just pull that. If you build Numeron, I'm not playing you. Let me just do a quick swapsy here real quick. Let me pull this fucker up. We're going to switch to gameplay. So this here is our Sigrun, which is the Gundam of choice that they have made. We had a lot of choices. The end result is apparently when they saw the Lance on... I believe actually Sigrun was the first one that they picked. And then we went ahead and we looked through the entire list we could find for other Lance users. Actually, to be fair, it is not Sigrun. That was our first choice. Our first choice was to pick the Quibble Papillon from Build Fighters. Unfortunately, we both agreed that $80 plus on our first model for them was not a decision. We might get that for them later. But I do have a special surprise for them alongside the Sigrun. Just in case they're deciding to not work, I will not say. But yeah, we're gonna work on that Sigrun with them while they're here. Let's go back to chatting. You all don't need to see the lovely music that we're playing. But yeah, we're gonna build their Sigrun while they're here. Not be on stream. Unless that is something that they would like to do, but I don't have really space for 2 people at this streaming table because it is my computer chair. Really, the best pull we've gotten so far was our first pack with the foil Pyros from... Oh, my bad. I thought this was a Moana card. I forgot about Hercules as a series. Huh? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Look, you can play that for other people. No, trust me, with the foggy formats on that, my other friend, Noxy, is playing, Trap Tricks, and won't give me the deck list. No, I'm kidding. But, basically, they are just trouncing people with it. And it's just like, basically by turn, like, not even really that far into the games, it's just like, I scoop. Like, it's just people are that scared of Trap Tricks, I guess. I don't know. To be fair, though, when you lose your pieces, it things. Perle? Is Perle really that good? Like, I kind of looked over the cards. I glanced over them. And I don't... Jolly Roger? Yes, please. And I don't quite understand Perle. I mean, yeah, it is adorable. Montanui again. Nola. We got Lucky. Bell's House. We got the lovely card, pack art Jafar foil. I mean, I wish I could say that adorable is enough sometimes with Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not. Oh God, here's a message. I'm gonna bet that they saw. Oh, they did not. I want... I'm gonna have to do 2, I guess. I forgot that this is a emote that comes in 2. Fair enough. I put Jafar too early. I have no idea what I want to build next. I do need to consider picking up the gems, though, right now, because they do have those re-entry gems right now. They're really good price. Quote, unquote. And maybe they'll hit all the problems at once. Probably not. Skip all this shit. We got a... Oh. Okay, so there was a rarity above this. Cool. So we got Jafar, Striking Illusionist, which is apparently... I believe this is the highest rarity, actually. So now we know. Yeah. Yeah, we skipped a lot of cards there, okay? I'm tired of looking at trash. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Lorcana. I feel like it's a game I'm not going to go into, though. But, you know, I had to try it out. I had to be... Maybe not. Captain Amelia, though. Hey, yo. I don't know. As well as Helga, except for Helga is Helga. Maybe I'll re-download Arena, regrettably. I might have enough gems for Outlaw, actually. Bitch now. I don't remember how to download Arena. John Silver, cool. Huh? Huh? What? There's a different rarity, question mark? I'm pretty sure that is the first copy of a card without rarity. I'm concerned. No, there's another one. I have no idea. To be fair, rarity is very confusing in this game, and I don't like that. I mean, I'm sure it's not confusing if you play it, actually. What was the rule? Is it, do we even have, okay, let me ask you this question. Because I haven't played Arena in a hot minute. Is it strictly Brawl, or is there, like, actual 100 card commander? I don't remember. That is the question. Maui. Maui, okay. Fang. Then we got a foil Dalmatian puppy. I don't remember the formats. That's my only problem. I think there was a 100 card system, wasn't there? I'd have to re-download it. I have to remember my account, and I'm not starting a fresh one as much as I need to, because obviously I have a lot of good cards in there, and a lot of good currency. I pretty much wouldn't have to. I think I have enough currency that I don't have to drop at all for outlaws. Not even like cash or the in-game currency. I have enough loot cards. Mm-hmm. But maybe after the after this, I will download it. We'll see. Just cause yeah. Huh? Chernobog. I don't remember this guy. And then we got a foily on your feet now. Okay. But yeah, after stream, I will definitely look into downloading Arena, as much as I don't like it, just to kind of see where we're at, and then immediately delete it. Dream. Earthla. And then Trigger. Yeah, that is an A, not an ER. I am sorry, folks. Get over it. I'm kidding. Leads to you. We got that going. I do have paints coming someday in the near future. We're gonna be mixing paints up to work on our oh, and I moved that, so this will be easier. Where is it though? It's at the top even. I appreciate that. Unintentionally. We have our lovely Fenrir. Unfortunately, that box did take some damage, but it's okay. It's okay. The box is not the important part. It is the beautiful queen in the... You know what? Fuck it. We're going to be repainting her. I realize I don't have a skin tone paint, so I'm going to have to purchase that too. We might take it and metallicize that too, question mark. I'm not sure how that one's going to work, but I do have a... Technically, I do have a metallic medium that I can use instead for that one. And I do still need to get down and do the Barbados for everybody. Yes. Fenrir is actually very cool, and I am very excited to do her, but I do need to repaint her into one of my D&D characters' paint schemes. I say D&D character like it's an actual D&D character. But unfortunately only one of my viewers has a damn clue who the hell it is. And what it's about in general. But yeah. So we're going to basically be repainting the Fenrir in who I refer to as Isabel Frostthorn. Basically, same concept. We're going to be going with a icy metal theme instead. So there's going to be ice there. I haven't figured out how to incorporate the thorn parts in that. But I will figure that out. I don't really want to do a brown metal. So I might do more greens to represent the thorn. Maui's fish hook. Deceiver of all. Helga Sinclair. I don't have a clue who this is. Oh well. So we got that. I do need to eventually get the Barbados on stream. But right now, technically, as far as build streams go, we do have to finish our Justice. Right now, Justice only has the legs, legs and torso. Thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate that. That one's gonna be a tough one. But yeah, no. I do need to finish the Barbados. We'll get to that after we do the Justice. You can't see it on screen right now, but I do have another God Gundam that I'm not turning this over, by the way. It's a God Gundam. You can tell just by the hands here. This God is the regular high grade version, and we're going to be using that as our sacrifice. I know that sounds bad, but I have it on my shelf and I no longer need it. But it's going to be my test subject for painting a lot of what we're going to be doing with that Fenrir, which is basically testing how to mix and create our own metallics through a technique that I found somewhere, technically through a Google search, but it brought me to a YouTube video that basically says doing a roughly 1-to-1, well, technically 2-to-2. And there's a reason why it's 2-to-2, and I will explain that in a second. So it's 2-to-2 on like a silver metal and whatever color you're using. Obviously, there are certain colors you probably cannot do it with. For instance, like skin tone. So luckily, the product which I bought, which is from Monument Paints, Pro Acrylic. Those are the paints that I mostly am using. I do use Vallejo from time to time. Sacrificial Gundam. Hi, baby. But yeah, so we're gonna be for the skin tone. We have plans. Luckily, Monument Paints comes with a metallic medium, so that basically puts the metallic flakes into a paint, and hopefully we can get what we're looking for from that. I will do 2 test subjects there, which will basically be the metallic medium with a bit of the skin tone. I don't even know if I've ordered a skin tone yet. I will look at my kit here after the stream. And then I will probably do it mixed with the silver to determine which one works better. My thing is I feel like doing the silver, the skin tone will not survive the pigment alteration. Now, obviously, since it is 2-to-2, depending on what you're doing, you can basically go 1-3, which is technically what the lady told me to do, is go with if you're trying to get a lighter color out of it, is to go like 1 into the color you're looking for and then 3 into the metallic. Yeah, no, I appreciate you showing up. Hope work goes well, and then I'll see you in a couple hours. I should still be up by then. I won't be streaming by then. Hi, Doku. It's been a while. You know, your straw has done me good for a while. Not gonna lie, except for the part where it's not thick enough. I can't, you know, suck liquid out well. It's not thick enough. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? It tastes better than the plastic straws, not gonna lie. I'm not an environmentalist to care about paper versus metal versus plastic spoons. Actually, I've heard horror stories about paper spoon ones. The straw of power. You're fucking welcome. For everyone curious, on Doku's stream, when I brought up the fact that I got my straw, I was like, well, I was getting my straw because I'd won a giveaway. I was like, yeah, just waiting on my straw of power. And that's the joke. Plain and simple. So it's a really simple joke. Yeah, Doku, don't ask what I'm doing here. I was bored. I wanted to try a different card game out. I'm already out of this game. I was out of this game probably 5 packs in. I was like, what mistake have I made? It's just, there's not really a lot of TCGs I want to get into. I mean, I want to get into One Piece. I mean, I'm sure it's not bad. It's just Magic with with more restrictions. Let's be fair. And a more interesting health system. Or way to win, so to speak. Map of Treasure Planet. Oh, and Gym. That's a good pack there. Oh, and then we got a Chernaga foil. Oops, I almost put these in the junk pile. I mean, they are junk, but still. I don't know. Like, I would want to get in One Piece, technically. One Piece would look good. I like the art on them, but the problem is, and you already know it, it's the price point. A box being $200 is not okay. I mean, yes, I have spent $300 on a booster box for Final Fantasy TCG when it first came out, but never again. We make mistakes once, never again. Oh, we got a Captain Hook, another Helga Sinclair, and hold up. I'm gonna look for my sleeves first, and then we'll figure that one out. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that was before we knew each other. I don't like that I can't find these sleeves. I'm about to just, cause that's a poll. I think that she is the poll, in fact. I will verify here in a hot second. There's an official One Piece Bandai card store? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, no, I don't like that sleeve. Yeah, that sleeve looked bad. And then we're gonna go one step further if I can get to it. That's where I put those. Good to know. Almost hit the card. Good job, Vivian. Alright, now that that thing is safe. TCG. High to low, please. She is not the chase card, but we'll take it. So she is currently sitting around anywhere from 120 to like 170. Basically, it's not bad considering the box is 120. The chase card is actually Ursula, Deceiver of All. But I am still happy to pull an alternate art. That's a really nice pull, not gonna lie. We're gonna have to go in and clip that for sure. Honestly though, I think I'm happy with this pull more than anything out of this set, cause out of all the alternate arts, I still prefer Ursula, or not Ursula. Wow, I prefer Maleficent over Ursula. So even though Maleficent is cheaper, I'm happier with this pull. And I actually have no idea what else I pulled at this point. Because I just didn't give a shit. I knew what I was looking for was one of these. Let's see. Legendary. The legendary pulls is a I forgot what color this is, but it's basically a gray Robin Hood. I've actually been pulling good apparently. Okay, so aside from this little babe, let's go ahead and go back before we finish everything. Oops. Which is also meaning that these are bad poos. We'll try this again and realize that we did some more bad pulls. I should have separated these better, not gonna lie, because now this is gonna be a hassle. But I know what I'm looking for. Jimmy is a $14 card. I know I pulled this Ursula. $32 Ursula. I definitely didn't pull the Robin Hood. I pulled Jafar and then Kita though. Not that Ursula, by the way. We'll take a look at those in a second. And yes, I realize that I still have a couple packs to crack, but I wanted to kind of pull these out now that I think about it. Having pulled this, now I think about what I'm actually doing right. But yeah, a store dedicated to One Piece sounds exciting. Oh, see, there's the Jafar. Jafar is 9, roughly. And I think that was the end of it. I mean, yeah, there's a Kita somewhere in here, but she's only like $5, so I'm not going to pull her out. The rest of these I definitely did not pull. Let's go ahead and go remove legendary. And we'll trigger... We know an enchanted. This is an enchanted for everyone who doesn't know. And then supers are... Oh, that's not super. Huh? Then what the fuck? What is this rarity? Maybe those are the enchanted rarity, actually. No. No. None? No. Okay. I don't know what rarity this is considered. Yeah, sounds good. And then along came Zeus. What rarity? It's called a rare. So it's worthless. How is that considered their rare? Okay. So basically, we only care about those two rarities, realistically. Got it. That's fine. That's to be expected. And then I did pull at least one more. I did pull a Kita, but I'm not going to go sifting through this for one card right now when it's not Maleficent, clearly. But yeah. So, you weren't here, Doku, but I actually have plans in May. I don't know if I'd ever be in your area either because, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be a while because I have a lot of plans going on. So May, My new partner is visiting, and we're gonna be here for a while, and then at some point I'm gonna go visit them, and from there probably eventually move in with them because honestly, it's the better choice. So the depressing part is they literally live a state away from my parents right now. So I have to go back down south, back to hell, basically. But they have a better living situation than I do right now. Um, and I just need out of the state. The other thing too is they live in a state where the name change process is going to be 1,000 times easier. Stratos. Lyle. Lyle is our legendary pull. Lyle was a legendary pull that does not show up on this list. Cool. Oh, my bad, because it's not a legendary. Ha ha ha. So he's garbage. Got it. And our last pack. So it looks like it's I would assume effectively, since we're missing a legendary right now, it's a 4 legendary. I would assume this technically fills in a slot for a legendary. Magic Room. Peter Pan. Another Peter Pan. And a Jafar, so I guess not that time. Alright then. So we finished our packs. We were able to drag it out to an hour for pulling packs. A lovely Inkland. So let's go ahead and sift through looking for our beautiful card. Based on value, this looks like a cash grab. You have to pull one of these basically, or you get nothing. So, and I mean, to be fair, that's kind of where TCGs are always, but it feels bad when you nag. And to be fair, if we strictly talk about the cards, aside from this Maleficent, and even, hold on. What is that? Mistress of All Evil. So, if I had pulled her actual legendary and not her alternate art, $3. Yeah, I like opening packs too, but it's kind of a thing where, like, mentally, I need to know that technically the value out of that pack was worth it. Like, I don't sell the cards. I used to be like that, but it's too much of a hassle. But now it's kind of I want to open packs, and I want to feel rewarded for it. And by reward, I want to be able to be a point where, like, hey, I actually either pulled a nice card like this, not necessarily value-wise, but that art alone. Because let's look at the Enchanteds real quick. Out of the Enchanted, the lowest value enchant is $60. I would have been okay with that, technically speaking. In this case, no, because it's a Cusco's Palace, so it's kind of meh. I didn't want a location. I do want, actual, like, characters to be considered for alternate arts only. But other than that, this is what I want to see. This is what I want. I want to open packs because I want to see things like this. These are cool. These are expected. I want to see the chase cards. And I want to open packs because I have an addiction to gambling. Let's be fair. I know that addiction all too well. My gambling is card packs, though. The problem is finding packs that are enjoyable to open. To be fair, um, as far as this goes, I'm gonna say Lorcana is not something I am going to continue on with. One, player base doesn't exist here. And like, why try and build a player base? I guess a for lack of word choice, a Magic, the Gathering duplicate. Honor Lorcana. What do you mean? I mean, obviously I get it, but like, I don't understand it at the same time. Like, is it really that good? Like, I don't know. So people still play hero clicks here. To be fair, hero clicks, I think I saw something where they were actually bringing it back through like Game Found probably or Kickstarter. Um, but honestly, my shops are literally, here we go, Kita. We found her. My shops are basically just Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. Okay, that's fair. And I get it. I see it online. I think I'm in a Lorcana group, and I do see a lot of the whole, oh yeah, we found a place that actually has it, and we bought them out kind of thing. Obviously, why not? Why wouldn't you buy them out? But like, it looks like a game that is well taken. And I get it. I'm a Disney fan too, to some extent. But I think for me, I don't know. The problem is the game I want to play is dead because Japan made a few fatal. Well, not Japan. That's not fair to Japan. It is Japan's fault though. But basically, Bushi Road made a fatal mistake. Bushi Road's fatal mistake is they created a game. They gave it a name that's not gonna sell, and then proceeds to screw with distribution. Like it's it's a real struggle to get a. It was okay when me and Barry played Future Card Buddy Fight. Like I said, they made mistakes, and now you just heard the mistake. Future Card Buddy Fight. I'm not kidding. That's what killed the game. They named it Future Card Buddy Fight. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the shit out of the game. It's honestly got one of the more interesting mechanics. Your board state basically consisted of 3 quote-unquote monster slots and a quote-unquote player slot. The player slot would basically more or less be just a weapon space or equipment. Of course you haven't. It's got a name that's rough. Have you heard of Cardfight Vanguard? Weiss Schwarz? Those are the other 2 that are equivalent to it. So basically, the creator for Weiss Schwarz and Cardfight Vanguard they've created a lot of games, let's be fair. But they created another hit, which was Future Card Buddy Fight. Unfortunately, it was a hit in Japan. It was a hit in America, but supply screwed it over, and its name choice hurt it to some extent. People didn't like the childishness behind the name. The game itself, though, had mechanics. And it had art, too. It had really good art. Like, we're talking, you could get, like, valuable cards out of this. Packs or boxes were basically in the under 60 range, technically speaking. Cards could be pulled at, like, there was these things called flags, and they would be, you could pull a special flag in some packs, and they'd be like 200 plus bucks. And all the flag did was just sit there on your board, while the rest of your cards actually did things. The flag never did anything other than tell you, hey, this is the faction I'm playing. And they were $200. But and the game had a cool mechanic, so it basically had 3 spell or creature slots, an item slot. It used life. You started at 10. It's a little bit smaller. Games were intended to be faster, but they weren't really as fast as people thought they would be. And then it had a gauge system, and you basically did no redrawing. You just basically drop a card into the gauge to redraw. So you get 1 draw, gauge, and draw. It had a lot of fun mechanics in general and factions. I considered actually for my own TCG that never happened because I'm never going to find enough artists that can help me with that art, as well as, let's be honest, the assets for that kind of a thing. And then trying to sell the game, and then unfortunately sell the game using mechanics from another game that's dead, theoretically, and then watching that company come after me because of it. Because, like, I'm sorry, I love the mechanics just enough that I want a game that plays those mechanics, but give it a better name. But yeah. And then, so some things that are general for the not campaign, but yes, the campaign. No, for the channel. Some major changes. I am, for the time being, ditching D&D. Technically today's stream, which would have started a bit ago, about 5 MST, got canceled because my players decided that they had more important things to do than show up to the campaign that they asked me to make sure we were doing, and I told them yes. They had other things going on, I guess, at the last minute. They prioritized that were not relevant, I guess. I don't know. But so the decision is I'm done playing with them. They can get their own DM. They have one. So for now, I'm just going to go back to building. I have a lot of builds to work on. For those who have been here and know already, this God Gundam is going to be used as a sacrifice, obviously. We're testing some painting strategies with it. Unfortunately, the paints won't be here till like the 20th, probably. We do have our contest coming up. So let me regrettably pull this out of its case. Because there's been some adjustments to it since we last saw it. So I've added some decaling. We have one, obviously, Sakura here. It's not in great condition. I need to still probably go back over this with another coat of matte. I put another Sakura right there, as well as putting them on the shield pattern here, and then here. That is all I did with decals. I wanted to put more on, but unfortunately this particular Gundam lacks space to put them down. But it is effectively completed. Where are my decals? That's not good. Well, yeah, it hopefully will be amazing. I don't know. Here they are. So, unfortunately, we did lose a couple decals in the process. We were trying to put some of these on the chest piece here. They did not fit. So we put the Sakura on instead. Sakura was a bit easier to put on. This is just, the way they designed this one is very weird. It's like a very thin piece here, and it makes it very hard to work with. unfortunately, putting all these names down and numbers down and stuff don't really add up, which is fair. So that's why I went to my local shop, picked these up. Unfortunately, looking at these, I have no space on this kit to put down Violet Veil. Hey, Urban. So that's why I'm not going to go with that. I'll use that for a different project. And then obviously the Sakuras. I could have picked any kind of colors. I figured the white would break it up a little bit because they had pink, they had gold. And I was like, well, I don't have any white on this kit anymore, so let's do that. But that's where that's at. That is ready to go pretty much for the contest next Saturday. Not tomorrow, but on the 20th. We will find out tonight if I'm even going to that contest, because work may decide that they don't care that I requested it off. And unfortunately, that is not something I'm, like, going to fight about, actually. Like, if I can't go to this contest, whatever. I'm going to be more concerned about my vacation time. Yeah. There's definitely a color I wanted that I didn't see. But I do think the white was the right decision in this case. But white's not going to be perfect for everything. Gold's not going to be perfect for everything. And pink is a very specific choice. So, Urban, since you've just joined us, kind of, you might be confused about something on our table. So we did open a box of Lorcana, Inklands. We were kind of curious. And we did pull one of the enchanted cards, which is basically the alternate arts for the series. Other than that, the box was kind of mediocre. We did pull technically one of the chase cards of the two, part of the non-special rarity cards, but this was the win. And honestly, not even for value. Maleficent is the win. One of my more favored villains. Other than that, we've just been kind of discussing D&D stuff for the stream, and where that's not going. And then as well as paint projects coming up, as well as build projects. I still need to finish up the real grade Justice on stream. We have just the arms and head, I believe. So Lorcana, hit or miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. So basically, looking at it from objectively, this is my box right here. If I did not pull this Maleficent, I would have been in the red. So yes, there are $30 cards in there, $40 cards, but you have to pull 2 or 3 of them. You have to pull basically 3 of them. You're not gonna pull 3 of them. For simplicity, I pulled 4 copies. Well, not 4 copies, but I basically pulled 4 of the rarity that involves the $40 cards. I'm assuming that this Maleficent, you do not get an enchanted in every box. I don't know the pull ratios on that, but assuming you don't get an enchanted in every box, I would assume that this fills in a legendary slot, because it is also technically a legendary card. So assuming you pulled 5 legendaries in a box out of $120 you probably spent on the box, value isn't there. It's a fun game, probably. That's about it. And then obviously it's Disney. But obviously we all know TCGs in general do not have a value to box kind of win ratio anymore. So it's kind of more just about having the fun of pulling packs at this point. And I'm okay with that, to an extent. Like, obviously I will not open Pokemon packs on my stream ever. I will never pull a single Pokemon pack ever again, because Pokemon basically drop 100 to 150 on a box, depending. I don't actually remember the value on it. And you come back with maybe $20 if you're lucky. And that's assuming you didn't pull the chase thing. Now, obviously, I say that, but for Christmas, my brother did get me one of those like 6 packs things, the little like booster boxes that come with like 6 packs only. And I did pull the Chase Charizard that they immediately reprinted like 30 times. The Dark Charizard. But other than that, I wouldn't touch Pokemon. Is Yu-Gi-Oh is a thing. Yu-Gi-Oh is probably the worst offender. Looking at the current set, like it's been out for a little bit, but not that much. Aside from pulling your quarter century, there's a $50 card in here. Boxes are 80, so maybe if you can pull right in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's value. Depending on the box, but I don't want to necessarily crack Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I don't play it. I don't really believe there's a community here for it. And Yu-Gi-Oh has a very toxic format right now. Well, I say that, but it's always been toxic. But now it's like basically a really short game. Magic has no value, but it does have playability, and I will give it that. Magic has playability for Commander. Nothing else. Standard isn't real. Modern, what are you talking about? That's your life savings, buddy. And then, well, actually not life savings. Sorry, that's a car. And then what is it? Vintage. Which game? There's a lot of games that could fill in that void with how quickly I've been talking. Yeah, Magic can be hustled. You have to be lucky with it. But I could not do it. I used to be one of those online sellers. Never again. Never again. Now if I open that's fair. Probably before it got bad. A few years ago it was fine, but now yeah, I wouldn't do it now. Magic has kind of shot itself in the foot enough on value. And that's okay. You know, it can do what it wants. It's still a good game physically. Playability, value, no. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of games are right now. There's no value, but it's playable. The other game, which is obviously my playmat, Digimon. It's a mess. It has problems. It's basically in the same boat of Yu-Gi-Oh as far as like basically the previous set becomes almost negligible. Which sucks because like I really wanted to build Beelstarmon, and by the time I realized it was out, it's too late. I would consider. Let me see. Yeah. That's not bad actually. Her alternate art is actually that is bad. Okay, so for our lovely queen Beelstarmon, differential in value. Her secret rare, which is pretty much the highest rarity in the set, that's not alternate, $9. Uh, her alternate art is still $40, which is great. I love that alternate art. Now, granted, the base one might actually look better if you're concerned about things. And then her premium binder set alternate art looks pretty fun too. But anyways, the other game that now I officially never want to touch, Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball has decided that they are going to print another game I don't know what that really means as far as the original stuff. Like, I don't know if it's a legacy system now, and you can only like obviously you can't play them together, but I don't know if that means the older one matters. Um, all I know is just no. Um, like I realize the game's a bit old now, but like at the same time, just no. And then the other game that is semi-recent, One Piece, cash grab, untouchable because it's unavailable. 200 bucks a box is a pretty good sign of get away from me kind of thing. 200 bucks a box is not worth it considering it's 24 packs, I think. Let me just do a quick verification because I'm already on the site. Yeah, 24 packs. 200 bucks for 24 packs is a solid pass. Cause like don't get me wrong, if you pull the alternate arts in that game, they're beautiful. Price aside. Some of those alternate arts are very tempting. Like for instance the current set, Wings of the Captain. There is a $1,000 alternate art card. I don't know if that's actually in this pack or if it's through something else, but assuming that's in the pack, unfortunately, if you crack a case, which is 12 boxes for about $2,000, and you magically pull this card, you got half your money back. But that's it. That's not okay. Exactly, if you find them. But, like, realistically, I don't know the drop rates on alternate arts. And the Verona Zoro in this case can't even make up for a case is not okay. Considering its cost on its own and then the case itself. Like, if it was $1,000 and it paid for the case, sure. Now, if it was like $500 and couldn't pay for the case, and the case was like, you know, $1,000, sure. It comes down to what's wrong with these people. But yeah, no, I won't touch One Piece as much as I would like to, just because of the art. I've never played One Piece. I've never watched it, I should say. I'm not interested in One Piece. I've tried to watch it several times and it just doesn't get anywhere. But the art would have me. Kind of like Lorcana. The art had me for a second. But that's it. It'd be a once in a while kind of, I'm going to pull this pack kind of thing. I think... So the big thing that I'm going to be doing probably here is, so there's going to be some updates in what I stream, obviously. Just because now... Exactly. It's all about beautiful cards. We tried to open the packs on stream, and it went for a little bit. After a while, I just said screw it and basically went to the last card, more or less, because, like, no one cares about rares and stuff. We only care about the pull. So pack opening probably not going to be a big thing on this channel, other than if people do... I did kind of, unfortunately, kind of copy V with the whole redeem thing, but I chose different packs. I went with the... These are limited. It is a redeem. This is a redeem. These were not all redeemed at all, though. I just kind of did them because I was bored. I'd be like, okay, finished a stream. Here, let's open a pack. But yes, these are 100% a redeem pull kind of pack. Oop, there's a card missing. I tried to do that with my other pack that I bought, which was for... It was a Battle Spirits comboed with Gundam, but after a while, I was just like, no. The packs were kind of a little bit warped, so I was like, not worth it. But I can definitely show those off real quick while we're here. So that was a fun box, actually, because I did pull another beautiful alternate art. So this is the alternate secret art for this one, which I pulled in the same box. This game, unfortunately, US, we did not really get any Gundam support. You know, Japan likes to keep their exclusives going, which is appreciated, considering they know that the US and other countries actually love Gundam. Kind of like how they're keeping Freedom to themselves, basically. We appreciate that too. Literally 2 days. Like, I'm sorry, what are the odds that I'm going to have? It is coming, but what are the odds I'm going to have one of those days available to go see the damn movie? Like, it's going to be out for 2 days here. It's got to show up to the theater that you pretty much have access to. And it's got to be at a time that you have access to it. It's available for only 2 days. Of course it's going to do poorly in the US. If you don't give it the proper viewing opportunity, and the theaters aren't going to buy it because they're I think what happens is the I would assume the owners of the product are just be like, "Hey, look, you can only do this once." And I mean, I can't say I know all this. Yeah, I am hoping. Yeah, I would love to go see it, not gonna lie. Unfortunately for me though, even though they haven't seen any of Seed yet, the hopes is that it would have been available to us when we um when my partner came to visit. I would love to go see that movie with them. But unfortunately, it comes out literally like 2 weeks before the visit. And I wasn't going to change the visit for that. Because I can't even confirm it's going to be at my theater. And I think that's not okay. That we are having to gamble with it. Well, to be fair, though, it should be at my theater because... yeah, well, to be fair, I think... we should find out in a couple of weeks here. I remember something about it saying, like, it wasn't going to be knowledge for us till, like, the 20th question mark. It was only going to give us, like, a couple days notice. I don't remember exactly when, but I saw somewhere. When will Gundam Seed Freedom release in the U... be... what is that? Pre-purchase. Cool. It should be available now, apparently. How can fans reserve their before they want to watch the sketch of this? It's a special Fathom event, so keep that in mind. See, the problem is it says Fathom event, which concerns me that only Fathom theaters have it. Let me take a look here. Go to Regal. I mean, I know Regal had access to a lot of the other anime stuff. Oh! So, my theater does have it. This is the sub. Tuesday at 7. As I thought. So it's literally only a 2-day review. Hold up. Hold up. No. I only get access to the sub. Which is fine. I only care about the sub, but... One viewing. One viewing. No wonder it's going to do shit. 7 p.m. If I work that Wednesday, I'm not going to go see this. Yeah, that's 2.5 hours from 7. So that'd be basically 9 p.m. Since I work at like 3:30 in the morning usually, unless I have this Wednesday off, I can't go see that. And then for the weirdos who need dub, sorry, I'm just gonna put that out there. It is not. Oh, here it is. I just had to go to the next day. Same problem. 7 p.m. So that's only May 7th and May 8th. So you'll have to look at your theater for May 7th and May 8th. They should already be available for tickets. Mine's through Regal, which I believe is owned by AMC, question mark? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and start looking into that now, actually. You should. And yeah, my girlfriend says she only seen IBO. No. It's in May, yes. May 7th, May 8th. And yeah, that was the confusing part because it technically came here in March for like California and New York, which is like, I feel like Japan doesn't understand the US market. I believe it came to Japan in December. We got the special viewing in March for California and New York, which I'm surprised they skipped Texas, because I feel like, if anything, despite, I don't know, that's pretty standard. That's very standard for the market. We absolutely have to wait 5 months. Sometimes even longer. It's not. You're absolutely right. Like, that's a lot of content, and I already looked on my sites, and they were not available. They gave me a 7-minute clip. I didn't find out it was a 7-minute clip until it ended. I was like, yes, the movie's here. Press play. 7 minutes pass. It's over. I'm like, what? And I was like, yeah, this is only supposed to be a quick viewing of it. Get you enticed. And I was like, bruh. Like, for clarification, the only Gundam I've seen is G Fighter, Seed Destiny. I skipped Seed, but we're definitely going to be watching Seed now that I've got to show my partner most of the Gundam. And by most of the Gundam, I mean Universal Century can go screw itself. We're just going to watch AU. I think I would watch maybe Unicorn. Unicorn's the only one I care about. I didn't see Seed. I watched Seed Destiny. Don't ask why I only watched Seed Destiny, but I did. I love Seed Destiny. Stella is obviously my favorite character besides Athrun. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I'm well aware of the mistake I made. Don't worry. The goal is basically with my partner when we get down to watching Gundam. So right now, we just finished Build Fighters. We're watching Tri Fighters right now. Exactly. I'm caught up and ready for the movie. So we watched Fighters, or Build Fighters. We're going to watch Tri Fighters. We're in the middle of it right now. Then we're gonna watch Divers, followed by Re-Rise, and then we're gonna get actually started with Real Gundam, which is gonna be, I believe I picked G Fighters is the next one. From there, we'll probably watch the Seed Trinity, assuming that by then we do have access to Freedom. Witch from Mercury, I've tried my hardest to watch. It is. I don't know. I'm not gonna blame Witch from Mercury. Like, obviously, is a thing. I think there's just been every time I happen to sit down to watch it, there's just something going on in my mental space that I can't watch it. Um, Iron Blood, I've watched about half of it. I can't really enjoy Iron Blood, not gonna lie. Iron Blood just, it hurts watching children die to adults. That's literally Iron Blood Orphans. It's literally just children dying. So yeah, no, I don't think I can watch it. I mean, I'm sure we'll watch it because they're gonna want to see the I mean, that's basically the definition of Iron Blood. Yeah, though. Sigrun. Okay, so basically, just from looking at models on New Type, unfortunately, we did a quick search to pick a kit for them. We have decided that we are building a Sigrun together. Maybe. Well, basically, they're building a Sigrun. I'm there to help. So yeah. The only real reason to watch Iron Blooded Orphan is so that way they can see it. I've seen half of IBO. I can't even begin to tell you where I stopped. But it was probably before Rex Lupus. Why not just not watch it there? Like, if you feel the, I mean, I guess I can see it. Like, part of me is like, well, why not if you feel like you need to? But at the same time, giving money to a streaming service isn't necessarily giving money back to them. So I guess I can understand kind of trying to buy a physical disc, which even then, buying that disc is not necessarily going to give the money back to the company either. It gets complicated. But I understand, kind of. Just don't buy it. Look. You consume kits. And we're talking about a product that was free on television. I don't like to be that person who talks about this kind of thing, but I'm going to talk about it, okay? Gundam was free on television to us. Yes, we pay, not us, but our parents paid for ISPs and stuff. Not ISPs, but yeah, ISPs basically, yeah. Paid a service provider for access to the television kind of thing. So, but at the same time, Gundam was free as a show. Gundam is going to make its money from the kits mostly. Well, Bandai, but yeah. So, honestly, as long as you're putting money into the kits, you can handle getting some free stuff. I'm wondering, though, if MS08 is actually on YouTube. Because I know they have some of the build series on YouTube. I don't think they have all of it. Yeah, no. No, I'm definitely going to watch Witch. I'm I'm not sure how far which is in right now. Let me see here real quick. Anyway. And the only reason, huh? The only reason I watch it on a quote unquote pirate site is because Crunchyroll is part of the list of people that will not let you stream it. And the problem is generally when I'm watching a show, I'm watching it with other people, right? Obviously, like, my partner lives in a different state, so yes, I want to watch it with her. Or with them. Huh? Oh, the site I use is AnaWave. Crunchyroll, I would give into Crunchyroll, but the problem with Crunchyroll is, again, restricted with streaming. Disney Plus has the same problem. Netflix has fair. I don't know about Wicco. Yeah. Well, the thing is Crunchyroll used to let me do it, and I don't get it. Like, why stop me? I get that you want money, and I'm technically. It's complicated. Like, I get that they technically are losing money, but at the same time, like, a lot of people these days are not dating in person. They're doing online dating. They're hanging out with friends who are, global. Like, if I want to watch a show with somebody, but they're not, like, right in my fucking bedroom. Or, what is it? Living room. They're, states away, countries away. The solution is to stream, which is the current thing. I get that people, and don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people too. My Crunchyroll account was shared between like 2 or 3 people at one point. I mean, why not, right? Yeah. So it's like, if you're not going to let me use your service the way I need to, I'm not going to subscribe to you. You're going to lose even more money. That's your choice. I know, I believe, what is it, Max? I think Max lets you do it. I need to get Max because, well, I think they have Max. So I don't need to pick it up. But I know Max lets you do it because that recently was a thing where someone I was hanging out with was streaming through Max. Yeah, no, I get that. And that's the thing, like, they're not really preventing you from sharing your account. They're just preventing you from streaming it, which it should be the other way around. Should be the other way around. Now, granted, I get, like, in theory, sharing it with the kid, it like is like if they're family, it makes sense to share. Because like, hey, for instance, obviously me and my parents live in a separate state now. We used to have a Netflix account that we would share, kind of, because technically my brother lived here first and I moved in with him, but he would still have access to the Netflix account, and it's what it was. Disney Plus, we did the same thing. Technically speaking, if it wasn't for the fact that Disney Plus doubled their price, we would still be using it. Netflix did the same thing. They doubled their price to a point that they outpaced the desire to have it. I don't watch very many things on there either. I mean, yes, I enjoyed the One Piece live action adaptation, the Yu Yu Hakusho live adaptation. While in theory a disaster, I actually enjoyed it. So what they did is they They scrunched the entire anime, which consisted of literally every bloody arc of Inuyasha, into 12 episodes. So you had what is effectively get Genkai as your, or there wasn't even actually a rescue Kanko episode. There was literally get trained by Genkai. Go rescue the sister to well, okay, no. Fight the three demons, which basically consisted of Kurama and Hiei. Save Hiei's sister, and then in the process of saving Hiei's sister, also defeat the final boss, which was not in fact the other spirit detective, but still had the same goal. And even though they scrunched it all into one little piece, it was still good. If they had split it out and made, more seasons, that would have been great. But it wasn't terrible the way they squished it. One Piece wasn't bad. Again, they just never continued it. And to be fair, sorry, did I say One Piece or Bleach? We'll say Bleach. So Bleach, they did fine with it. I wish they would have continued it, but at the same time, like, the amount of effort they put into what they did, I'm going to be honest with you, they would not get very far with the rest. Because Bleach just has too much stuff that's too anime specific to actually try and even, like, realistically CGI. And, cost money that they don't have. One Piece was good. I watched that. I'm excited for season 2, but I won't get to see season 2. Sabrina was good. Wednesday, unfortunately Wednesday was good, but they are not going to continue. It is what it is. But Netflix really does not have anything going for it. Disney Plus technically has things going for it, but not at the price point that they've got going. So yeah, streaming services as a whole just are kind of shooting themselves in the foot by raising prices but not providing content. Like, basically Disney Plus is providing one thing for the course of 12 weeks. Sorry, not even 12 weeks. My bad. It's like 6 to 8 episodes. Hulu would be good. So Hulu has the advantage of having the One Piece, not One Piece. Wow, why am I doing this today? The Bleach continuation for the Blood. Yeah, Disney, Star Wars. I agree. But like at the same time, I'm just gonna wait till they do Mando. What is it, season 4 at this point? And then I'll resub for like a month. Watch Mandalorian. I might consider. Well, actually, it depends. I might pick up Disney Plus while my partner is here. Yeah, I'm a major fan too, but like, it's hard to pay the price that they want to charge for it. So the Acolyte, never mind. It wouldn't even matter. Good job throwing around $100 card. So the Acolyte doesn't come out till fucking June. Okay, well we don't care. Thank you. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's 80? No. Okay, well that answers that question. But yeah, no. The price for Disney Plus is bad now. And that's sad. I would love to have Disney Plus, not gonna lie, because it's something to watch. Even though right now I'm just doing a lot of just free watching through AniWave right now, is what it is. But there's a lot of stuff going on with anime. Again, I would do a paid service, but without being able to stream it to them? No. Hulu, I Hulu only matters because for some reason in the US we get screwed. So technically speaking, uh, still, like we don't need two streaming services for one. Like literally, Hulu basically doesn't exist in other countries. Because other countries, everything that you find on Hulu is on Disney Plus. Bleach is on Disney Plus in other countries, and that's not cool. But yeah, no, I think we're at a good point to stop. I don't really have much else to kind of say. Um, Hopefully we'll have more. I don't know if there's gonna be more box opening content. Not gonna lie. We might do one for Thunder Junction. We'll see. I'm gonna have to actually. Someone just messaged me, and I'm gonna talk to them about that. Not trying to get anything out of them. Just I want to see what their prices are. But we might open a box of Thunder Junction. When it comes in. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of build streams. Hopefully, I have a huge backlog I need to burn. And then D&D is pretty much foreclosed. I have not told the other players, but they may as well better understand that by now. It's done. But yeah, no, I appreciate all coming out, hanging out as long as you did or didn't. You know, every little bit helps, and we appreciate the community showing up for something that's not normal. Like, obviously, I haven't done a box opening until today. We did a bad job, not gonna lie. We did not really open the product and explain anything until we saw this card. Is what it is. Obviously with Magic it'll be a bit easier. But I think Magic would be the TCG that I do box openings for if I don't do. I would do Digimon, but it's not worth it. Like I don't have anyone to play Digimon with. Realistic. I did, I know, and I love this card, not gonna lie. Would I get it graded? I don't know. Maybe. I'm nervous about. It is a win, yes. Yada yada, no one cares. It was a win. We're definitely gonna see about doing a build stream tomorrow, hopefully. Finish up the Justice this time, hopefully. Last stream, a lot of things were just kind of happening, so I kind of ended it early. Is what it is. But yeah, I will definitely try and get us a build stream to finish up the Justice. The next project after the Justice is going to probably be the Barbatos Dynasty Warriors one. So for those who have not seen that lovely piece, let me just grab it. This lovely motherfucker. This is our other third-party kit we have besides the Fenrir. This is not going to get repainted. This is as is. Why is my thing not working? Oh, because I'm on it. It is huge. It's a big box. As far as the suit goes, it's supposed to basically be equivalent to a 100. How did I open a bunch of Discords? What? There we go. Anyways, I think that's going to be the next one. We'll see. There is a kit that I need to build that I'm going to have to do off stream as much as I would love to stream it. But I can't have somebody see me building it. But there's going to be a lot of custom work. Since they are not in the Discords, I expect to see update photos for that one. Um, that should be in Sunday. Sunday. Yes. So the product I'm looking for should be in Sunday, hopefully. It's gonna do some custom work on that to kind of put things together. But yeah, I can't stream it because they'll watch the stream and they will see me building it, and I don't want them to see me build it because it's kind of a gift. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna head out for now. I'm gonna go have a chat real quick, hopefully with my sponsor, Dice Goblin Gaming. See if we can at least order a box from them directly. Right now, they're not in a position to sponsor us fully yet, but at the very least, I can, support them a little bit and order a box for Thunder Junction, so that we have something on the stream when, unfortunately, it'll probably not be in before Thunder Junction comes out, is what it is. But yeah, I will have a go chat with them and see what happens. Till next time.